Have you ever wanted to completely mute yourself? Like, just press a button, turn your volume down to absolute zero, and fade completely into the background.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everyone feels that way sometimes, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on your first day at a new school or, walking into a room where you don't know a single person. If you've ever felt like that, you are going to understand exactly what the main character of today's deep dive is going through.
You really will. Today, we are taking a super fun journey all the way across the globe to explore a story about that exact fear.
It's going to be awesome. Our mission today is to go on a musical journey exploring a realistic fiction story called Red Hair in Japan by Esther Mizrachi.
And realistic fiction just means the story isn't true, but it totally could be real.
Right, no dragons or magic wands here. It's basically like a song about everyday life.
Hmm.
And we have a fantastic stack of sources today.
We really do. We have the text of the story, some excellent vocabulary notes, and this is my favorite part, a brilliantly detailed plot anchor chart drawn by a student.
I am so glad we have that plot anchor chart because, reading a great story is a lot like listening to an orchestra. And that chart, that is our sheet music.
Exactly. Every great story is built like a piece of music using a structure called a plot. The plot is the series of events, and we are going to trace its melody from the very first note all the way to the final chord.
Okay, let's unpack this. Before an orchestra can play a big sweeping song, you have to listen to them tune up.
Right, the squeaky violins and the low trumpet.
Yeah, you have to meet the instruments first. In a story, we start with the quiet opening notes, which is the introduction.
The introduction is where we meet our main characters, and most importantly, their big problem.
Oh, and this story has some amazing instruments.
Yeah.
I mean, characters. First, we have Kat. She has this fiery, wildly curly red hair that just goes everywhere.
And then there's her brother, Kyle. He is super tall. Like, he's almost a foot taller than the average Japanese man, who is about 5'2".
Wow. So they
Yeah.
are definitely going to stand out. And Dad gives them the big news at breakfast with this sheepish look.
A sheepish look. Our vocab notes say that means he looked kind of embarrassed or guilty.
Yeah, because he knows he's about to play a huge sour note. He tells them they are temporarily relocating to Japan. They just moved from the U.S. to England, and now they have to move again.
And Kat is not happy about it. The introduction is where the tension gets set up. It's like tightening a violin string so it can actually play a note.
She is furious, and she blames her dad's boss, Marshall.
Mm.
She's holding a permanent grudge against this guy.
Even though she's never even met him.
Right. She just imagines this giant, booming man. I
Right.
mean, she knows her dad tackles his work with strong dedication. He works really hard, but she just stays mad at Marshall.
Is it, like, normal for characters to start out this frustrated?
What's fascinating here is that, yes, this frustration is the perfect opening chord. It sets up the tension that will drive the whole story forward.
Imagine playing a song where someone keeps changing the sheet music right as you start to play.
That's exactly how Kat feels. So now that the opening notes are played, the tempo speeds up. The characters start packing, and the drum roll of the rising action begins.
The rising action is where the conflict develops and just grows stronger and stronger.
You can really feel the beats getting faster. Kat says goodbye to her friends in England, Gemma and Emily, and they sandwich her in a giant hug.
Ah, that's a sweet but sad note.
Yeah, and by September 4th, Kat is basically walking around in a trance.
A trance is like a dreamlike state. Her brain is just overloaded with worry.
She is terrified of sticking out in Japan. She is so tired of people making her say things just to hear her American accent. She just wants to be completely invisible.
Which is really hard to do with bright red curly hair.
But here's where it gets really interesting. Kyle usually just speaks in single-syllable answers, like yes, no, fine.
Right.
Kat actually thinks this is an advantage, because if he doesn't talk, nobody can hear his accent. But, is hiding really an advantage?
Not at all. It's like a really stressful, fast-paced piano riff. The tension is just building and building, and it all peaks on September 6th over some warm milk in the kitchen.
Oh, this scene is so good. It's late at night, and Kyle, the boy of very few words, suddenly strings together the longest sentence of the year.
He totally drops his armor.
He does. He admits he is panicking, too. He says he's scared people will treat him like he just got here from Mars.
Mars, that's a big fear.
Yeah. And Kat suddenly realizes she isn't playing a solo. She isn't alone in her fear at all.
Exactly. They both realize there is nowhere to hide. So they head to their first day at the international school.
The drum roll is reaching its absolute peak, which leads us straight into the loudest note of the entire story.
Climax.
It's September 7th. Kat bundles her hair into this super tight bun. The text says the hairbands are literally straining to hold it all in.
She's trying so hard to turn her volume down.
She even notes that she is relieved her navy blue uniform sweater doesn't clash with her red hair.
Mm-hmm.
But then she walks into Miss Hirota's classroom.
And it's not what she expects, is it?
Nope. They sit at group tables. She has to directly face the other kids. Her legs are shaking, and her heart beats like a hammer. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow, that drum roll is loud.
And then she acts impulsively. That means doing something without thinking because you're so emotional. She just blurts out her introduction.
She plays her notes super loud and fast.
Yeah. She said she's nervous, she just moved, she loves to read, and she wants to be a writer.
Phew.
Now, if we look at our plot anchor chart, a student annotated it saying the climax is the turning point of the conflict.
So wait, was blurting all that out the climax? It felt like a huge cymbal crash.
It felt like it, but actually that was just the peak of the drum roll. The true climax, the real turning point hits right after that, at lunchtime.
Oh, right. When a girl named Lydia sits next to Kat.
Yes, Lydia is from India, and she is new to the school too.
And the text specifically notes that Lydia's speech has a musical lilt to it. I love that. A lilt is like a gentle, friendly rhythm. It's literal musical personification.
It's brilliant. Lydia's friendly voice is the sweet cymbal crash. Crash. It completely changes the scary song into a happy one.
Exactly. The isolation is broken. That is the turning point.
And after that loud, defining moment, the fast, scary tempo naturally starts to slow down. It turns into a beautiful, gentle melody.
This brings us to the falling action, the events right after the climax.
During the falling action, the new friends talk about what they miss from home. A girl named Adia says she misses warm falafel sandwiches.
Sounds delicious.
Right. And Kat realizes she instantly misses tea and scones with buttery clotted cream from England.
They're sharing their unique notes with each other.
And as they share, Kat notices that her unhappiness has subsided. It stopped. It completely died down.
Which carries us right into the resolution by September 10th, the big conclusion to the conflict.
The final harmony. Kat is feeling brave. She takes out those straining hairbands and leaves her fiery red hair down. She says it's no big deal.
She isn't hiding her music anymore.
Nope. She's even showing everyone selfies of her old friends, Gemma and Emily. Oh, and what about Kyle?
Kyle makes a friend who is just as tall as him. They share a high five, and the text says, Kyle has a sparkle in his eye.
So what does this all mean?
Well, what do you think?
It makes me think of Kat's final realization. She thinks we are all very different from each other, but underneath it all, we are quite the same.
That is such a powerful thought.
It really is. It's exactly like an orchestra. Think about it. The violin and the trumpet look and sound totally different.
Right, completely different instrument.
But when they sit down together, they play the exact same beautiful song.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, this is exactly why the author, Esther Mizrachi, uses the setting of an international school.
Oh, the setting is the school.
Yes, and the setting directly impacts the plot. Being surrounded by kids from dozens of different countries is what actually provides the solution to Kat's problem.
The school is the orchestra.
Exactly. And fun fact, Esther Mizrachi actually had wild curly hair as a kid, too.
Wait, really? That's so cool.
Yeah. She knew exactly what it felt like to want to hide, and she used that real emotion to write this story.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive, going on this amazing musical journey through the plot anchor chart.
It was so fun. We really traced the whole song.
We did. From the nervous tuning of the introduction through the scary drum roll of the rising action.
We hit that awesome cymbal crash climax with Lydia's musical lilt.
And finally rested on the sweet harmony of the resolution.
A perfect piece of music.
It really was. But before you go, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to ponder today.
Oh, I love these.
Think about this. If every new person we meet adds a brand new instrument to the song of our lives, what kind of unique music are you bringing to your classroom or your neighborhood today?
Such a great question. Are you going to hide your note or play it loud?
Exactly. We hope you keep discovering the beautiful melodies and the stories all around you. See you next time.